veganism changed your world, and it changed my world. Do we sound like crazy religious people?
No, I learned underneath it all, the government had been lying to me the whole time.
What part of the government?
I mean, for that one, it's advertising.
Okay.
Obviously, the dairy industry, all those industries,
Yeah.
but even them, like those small farms, they were all bought out by these huge corporations. It's just that corporate, that money hungry, that greed,
Yeah.
that like gluttony.
And we're getting sick because of it.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of tobacco when they were doing their
Exactly.
shit. They were lying to people saying smoking will help you feel better. It's like
Right.
medicine.
All those ads, it's like
And the
insane.
actors, every actor had a cigarette in their
Yeah.
mouth. Even Fred Flintstone and Barney
Right.
Rubble, they were in a smoking commercial saying this is good for you. And kids are going to watch that shit and be like, I'm going to smoke. I used to pretend the ice cream man sold cigarettes that had gum in them.
Oh my gosh,
and,
that's
and then the smoke
right.
would come out when you sucked on them.
Yes.
They were fucking with us way before even our parents probably got fooled.
So when it comes to vaccines, 5G, all these other kinds of things, I just carry that perspective over.
As
Like,
you should.
Yeah, so I'm skeptical. I think about things differently. And once you've been deceived, it's like when your trust is broken in a relationship. Like, you
Right.
do look at it differently. You can forgive, but like, you're still going to be like, whoa.
That's a good
You
point.
have a new set of glasses.
Right.
And I wear those glasses with everything.
Are you guys violent?
Violent?
Yeah,
No.
like would you guys ever punch somebody in the face?
Hello, how are you?
I'm just asking because when you're out there, dude, I've seen you at the aquatic animal liberation protest, bro. Like, keep your composure, man. Keep your
That's what
mind.
Tyler and I were just talking about today.
You're on the megaphone, you're doing your thing. You know, you're telling people, stop eating these animals. You're destroying the sea, you're destroying yourself, we're destroying each other. And dudes are coming up to you like, shut the fuck up. And other people are just saying these really just mean things and laughing at, not a lot, you know, but just I see a few people popping out of nowhere and I just want to attack them. I couldn't believe it. I was so unprepared, by the way. I didn't know what to think, but when I saw everything going down, I'm like, we're in the belly of the beast right now. We're in the belly of the zombie nest. All around us are these zombies eating this flesh, and here we are going to go tell them, don't do that. It's like, this is going to get nasty
Fish
real quick.
markets are always be prepared. When
That
you
was
go
my
to a
first
fish market.
time.
Yeah.
And it was like, you some water?
No, because they're always drinking.
Oh,
too.
yeah. They're always drunk. Bro, how did you keep your composure, man? How did you keep
Because
your...
we're nonviolent.
Fucking love
Like,
that,
we're
dude.
nonviolent. Like, we're... It's like now, especially because of how things have been shut down, like, think of new ways to do activism.
Yeah.
Like, we've just barely started scratching the
creative.
surface of the ways to do activism.
I like that.
You know, like, I love going out and using the TVs to show stuff, but then, you know, I was watching this thing. Oh, I can't think of her name now.
Melanie Joy.
Melanie Joy. We're
Who's
actually
Melanie Joy?
causing
She's
more.
a psychologist and she's vegan and she has a bunch of outreach videos and books. Oh,
Is she dope?
Yeah.
Hey there, little dudette.
she
And
looks like
what
Sienna.
great point that she brought up was that, you know, we are actually causing trauma by showing people this stuff. And we've had people, rightfully so, get mad that their kids see it. And so what that inspired me to think of, and I haven't yet fully enacted it, but just thinking of other ways to be more proactive and to actually to be able to relate to people.
Yeah.
And that's why one of the ideas that I have is I'm just throwing this out there for other activists just to think of even other better ways to do it.
Heck yeah.
You know, we do chalktivism, but to actually, you know, like you were saying, the virtual reality things. But what if instead of showing slaughterhouse footage, we right off the bat, we just, you know, have some samples of some food, of some great plant-based food, like we did at the aquatic animal liberation thing. You know, we had people giving out plant-based ceviche.
Yeah.
And then say we have like some coloring things for kids to do, little
Love it.
craft things for kids to do where they can be coloring the animals in a friendly, like playful atmosphere. And then we could show on virtual reality or on TVs, we could be showing like sanctuary footage, Like how that great video that you showed, the things how that make us love those aquatic animals so much. Well, what if we should take video from like steampunk? I'm sure
Yeah.
you have tons of footage.
Yeah.
And we put together compilations like that.
A positive
Show that
outreach.
on the big screens.
Yeah.
Because that's going to bring people in.
Right.
They're going to relate to that. They're going to be like, oh, wow, this is cool. Instead of running away.
Right. Wow.
Because
that's-
instead of running away,
bro, you're flipping it.
like think
Yeah.
how when we're out at the Pike and doing these events, which rightfully so, sometimes you can shock people.
Oh, it works.
But if we show that sanctuary footage and be like, watch how these chickens love to react and how they can all interact with us,
Dude.
and have fun.
Yeah.
And then in the virtual reality, we can show them once they consent to it. You like,
Whoa.
would you like to see the way the animals are actually treated? Because this is how we think animals are getting to live on a farm. The only places that they're living like that at is at places where they've been rescued from a life of torture and death.
Bro, that's a great
now,
idea, bro.
Let me show you the way they're really treated.
It's a
and
positive-
then slap it on the VR headset and make them go like, oh shit.
Fuck. That's dope. That's
Like,
dope.
because maybe that way we could get some more responses. And so my challenge is to the other vegan activists is like, just think of other ways.
Yeah.
There's,
get
I'm
get
excited to
creative for
see
sure.
people's creativity because there's way smarter people than me
Yeah.
out there, way more creative people. I mean, just collectively, everybody, just how the sheer numbers of people that are compassionate, young
Yeah.
children.
Different skills.
Just exactly. That's what we all bring to it. We're
We all bring
different
something to the
pieces of
table.
puzzle.
Yeah, we all
Yeah.
bring
You
some.
know?
We all bring a piece of veganism to the table, and that's a beautiful statement, dude. I'm glad I recorded it because now we can share that idea. I have tons of ideas, and I thought of flipping a negative into a positive like that out there in the cubes. And I like what you said there. In the VR, that's even better because now people can visualize, look around 360 degrees, and see for yourself the filth that these animals go through and the pain and misery for yourself.
Pow!
Good
And then,
investment.
Like Kobayashi.
And then we bring some like smells of manure or something to give them that
Really?
really disgusting sense because it's one thing to look at it, it's another thing to
I got you.
smell it,
I
to
got you.
feel that presence.
No, because then that's how there's viral outbreaks. But
Oh, that's a good
Oh
point.
yeah, because a bat shit and a pig ate its shit, and now we have COVID.
Is that the story? Is that how it goes? I've heard so
Something
many
like that.
I don't
different.
know
They always
what's
blame it
gain
on
of
the
function.
animals because they know that like if the whole narrative is that if the whole narrative is that patient zero was a customer at a wet market and the government claims to care about our health and really getting rid of this disease, then why weren't wet markets like
Closed down.
abolished?
Well,
Yeah.
because
And then two, they
there's
bring up
solid
animals.
proof.
That's a
They
great
always
point.
say animals, are the reason for the swine flu, the West Nile virus. They always blame it on animals because they know that humans are super reluctant to give that part of their life up.
Well, we've been eating it for so long.
Yeah, so they're just like, just tell them it came from an animal. They're not going to stop eating it.
I mean,
Animals are always left out
always.
at every single, even at meetings of equality, where equality is the subject.
Oh yeah, that's
They're
right.
always left
Gary
out.
said that. I love that. You go there and they're
Yeah, exactly.
everyone's standing up
Yeah.
for rights, women, woman
Yeah.
power, gay rights, indigenous rights. But then they go to the table and they sit there and
They
eat
eat their little-
oppressed animal.
Yeah.
Man, that's dope.
they have their chicken pasta or their shrimp pasta, their
Right.
cockroach of the
Sliders.
sea.
Yeah, the cancerous, and this is karma coming back. The animals saying, like Gary says,
Right.
the animals will get the last laugh. I'm sorry, it wasn't Gary who said that. It was another documentary from YouTube called Eating that turned me into vegan. He said the animals always get the last laugh when they clog your arteries and you have that heart attack or you die of a stroke.
They choke you from the inside.
They take you from your families.
Yeah, I never will ever be able to understand who created this mess and why is it living for so long and why can't we stop it?
Right.
Like
A great deceiver.
Tell me, what were you guys thinking when COVID hit? Like when it first happened,
I was pissed.
they closed down the streets.
Mm-hmm.
They gave us a curfew. They said you could not come out. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little afraid because my roommate split. Everyone's gone. I'm like, is this fucking martial law? Are they gonna close down everything because of this panic that they're creating?
Yeah.
What were your thoughts in March of 2020?
I mean, I was scared because I was watching the videos that were coming out online of people falling over and collapsing. I was like, oh, what the fuck?
yeah.
I just don't get why a lot of vegans were just, I held vegans to a higher standard, and that's where I fucked up, because like it was just like subconscious narcissism almost, like just thinking that like, oh, we're elevated like because we're vegan. That was not the case. Like the vegans that I called out on my Facebook post,
Yeah, go into that.
I'm just like, you went vegan, and during that time you must have figured out like, oh yeah, they lied to us, right? So why would you not extract that same kind of thinking and apply it to everything else that the same, because it's all connected, and it's all one, and one like body of the oligarchy and them. They're the ones that are at the root of everything. And like, so why would you believe that vaccines are safe and effective, or why would you just believe it? So why would you take it so like willingly?
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because fear controls people. And when I was going through this COVID shit, that's why I was asking you guys, what were you guys like thinking and stuff? For me, I wasn't even trying to think about it, because fear controls people. But it's on my emails, it's on the billboards, it's on the commercials. I turn on the radio, get your COVID vaccine, click.
Yeah.
I can't literally go anywhere.
Right.
I've never seen anything like this. But then I've been talking about this since 2012. Our media is controlled. It used to be 6 multi-conglomerate corporations. Now it's 4. Pretty soon it'll be 3, 2, 1. And suddenly we're living in what Adolf Hitler was doing.
Yeah.
They controlled everything that we got to see here. Now you can say, oh, what about the internet though? Yeah, well, Facebook's being taken over, as we see with the censorship. YouTube's being taken over with nonstop commercials.
It's getting crazy when they start taking away literature, books. They're taking away literature. Yeah. Talking about like with Cat in the Hat.
Oh yeah,
Dr. Seuss.
Well, they're saying that was racist.
The Dr. Seuss. Yeah, they're just pulling literature, and like that's what they did in Nazi Germany too.
But that's a whole nother.
Let's go into it. What is racist?
Racist, we're all the human race, so shut the fuck up.
I love that.
If you're not trying to be divisive, then stop saying racist, because that's divisive.
Okay, but even in a technical
it's confusion too for people that are young who don't realize, oh, you're white, I'm black, we must not get along. No, we're fucking humans, like you just said. And
you never ate an Oreo.
But they don't teach you that way. That's the thing. They don't teach you.
But you mentioned like race, that. Right? Like human race, or I'm this black race, I'm white race, you're brown race. We're all racing for some stupid reason, for some cheese. Like they call it a rat race. I call it a human race, because we're all races. And there's no end to it. It's like, I gotta be first. No, my race is better. And it's like, guys, we're on this planet for a short period of time, okay? We're not going to be here for more than 100 years if we're lucky. You guys want to fight and fucking bicker over our skin tone still? Don't get me wrong, there's still racist people who hate other colors. I've watched tons of videos of people that have a perception of racism, and it's usually fear. It's all about fear. They never hung out with black people. They never been in a good community with black people, or something of that nature where they don't get along because they just don't know who they are. And that's all it is. It's upbringing. It's how we're programmed since we're small. Go for it.
Cannabis is great at breaking that.
Boom. I love that. He's so right. You're so right, bro. I can't tell you what it's done for my mind and expansion wise, and get me to think outside of where I used to think, which is, very tunnel vision. Now it's like, fuck, what am I doing on this earth? Why am I here? What's my purpose? Nobody knows the answer. So why am I going to continue to be hateful when I need to find my path in life, which is to do podcasts with awesome vegans, get everyone to see we're all the same, even though we look different or maybe we talk different. We all have the same concept that animals should not be being murdered for our taste buds. And when I say that, it's like a trickle down. When you see the animals stop being tortured, brutalized, murdered, and raped, we start realizing, well, these motherfuckers in this country are still doing that to humans. We got to stop that too. It's a chain reaction of things to come. But anyway, guys, 3 hours and 5 minutes. It's been a pleasure. You guys rock. Thank you for coming out. And we'll do it again. Thank you guys.
Amazing, brother.
You guys are always welcome to come back. Let's do it again.
Yes.
Next time, your dogs better be here.
They will be here, and they'll smother you with love. Thank you, guys.